Hello everyone, this is Asukan and we're gonna keep going with the DevBlog for the Maple Jam assassin game that we were making. Last time we made the hub and we did some logic to help you teleport into an instance. So this map, like every stage is gonna be an instance and you're gonna play through, and when you're done with the instance, it sends you back. Now, what I wanted to do was for this portal to play a sound, like a whoosh effect, like as long as it's open. But the looping was really bad. So we're gonna go ahead and remove those until maybe I find a fix someday, but didn't really find anything that I like. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove those. And we do have the portal stage teleport component that we attached here, and it teleports to whatever name we give to the hub that we want to go to. Okay, so this portal works. Just to make sure, I'm gonna test right now. And I also want to make sure that the sound works and the effects work. And then we're gonna need to make it disabled and enable it whenever the boss dies. So this, I also need to stop that from happening at the start. Yeah. Oh, it didn't teleport me. Right. Let's fix that really quick. So it actually does teleport me. It should be pretty easy. Let's edit script. And maybe not. Teleport returns players to the static rooms. Maybe I changed the name of the Apple Island. I didn't change the name, right? No, this is correct. Target map name is correct. World 1, Maple Island. Perfect. What did we not do? So this is gets the player. That is indeed the local player. Maybe I didn't. I swear it was working last time. Was it not? Perfect. I'm just gonna make sure that this is in. Want to? Yes, let's go there. Let's make sure that this is a static map. I don't know why it shouldn't be. Instance map, it is not. That's good. And just to confirm that you can in fact go from the hub to the world, to the states, right? I need to stop that. This works normally. Oh, because yeah. And now it works. The reason it didn't work, perfect. The reason it didn't work when I tested it from inside is because it wasn't an instance. And I need to explain this because it's kind of confusing. When we go into this portal, it creates an instance and then places the player in there. And the other portal, so we go in here and it creates the instance, so that stage doesn't exist until we go in there. And once we go in there, this stage now exists and we are in there as a player, and it exists only for us. It's an instance. Perfect. And what this does is it teleports you out of an instance and into the static map. Now, if we start from here, we never created the instance, so it wouldn't work because we're not in an instance. So it works just fine, all good. If you going the normal way, right? So it doesn't work now. Good. What I want to do is, as soon as the boss is dead, enable this. So we're gonna have this. It's called 1-1 boss win portal. We're gonna have it disabled, so you cannot use it until you beat the boss. And we're gonna have a portal enabler, basically. That will enable the portal on death. Let's call it let's create a script component and call it portal enable on death. Right? Right. I think. Let's check this monster, right? This is in fact a monster, is it not? And let's check the script of this monster. Now, this has a dead function that happens when the monster dies. Because this isn't a normal monster, and I think I will want my boss to do different stuff on death and whatever, I think we go back to the idea of not attaching monster scripts to the bosses and attaching boss scripts to the monsters. So we're gonna delete what we just made, which was the portal enabler. Portal enable on death. Let's delete that. And find the monster script and duplicate that and call it boss. So this way we can also have like XP bars only for bosses, for example, because they're gonna be different. And killing a boss, what it does is it enables this portal. It should be straightforward as soon as it's dead, right? Whenever this runs. At the end, also, I wanted to also do something, which is to enable that component. Let's say, how did you run it? Self? I wanted you to also self win or self states clear. And we're gonna create a function, a new function that's gonna be called, and this needs some states cleared. Okay. So is this okay? Oh, got this. So when this runs, when the dead function runs, run the states cleared function. And what this does is it will enable this one. So let's find that portal. This is its name. We're gonna get copy entity path. And we're gonna use the entity service. Get entity by path is what I want. Get entity by path. What? Ah, entry service. Okay. Entity service. Get entity by path. We can also, I can make it by name, by tag, and just give, yeah, that's better. That's better. It's the same thing on, if I get entity by path, every time I have a portal like that, I will have to go into my boss and change which portal it opens. While now I can get entity by tag, right? Is this correct? Let me check really quickly. If you're not sure if something is correct, if you go to before you added the dot or the this symbol, you get all of these. And as long as you start typing without erasing, they're still gonna be there. So get entity by tag, and I see it there. And you cannot use your mouse, but you can use your arrows, so you can go down and up, and then press enter to autocomplete that thing. So get entity by tag, and it needs a string. So we need these symbols, to define a string. And what we're gonna do is every portal, um, they already have the tag component over here. Okay, and we can give it another tag. You see it already has a tag. Let's give it 2 tags. We're gonna increase the size to 2. And now a new one appears. And it's the stage clear portal, right? So every portal that has this tag, the stage clear portal, is gonna open. So go back here, everything that has this tag, I want to open. So on this entity, and to define it, let's call it local, the stage clear portal is this entity with this tag. And let's do this. And because of that, I want to this one, that enable equals true, right? Enable. Pretty much. On this component, enable equals true. You can also do enable equals false. It's not like enable or disable, it's enable equals true, enable equals false. So when it's cleared, enable this portal. Let's give you 1 HP, HP or something. Yeah, you get 1. You're still a monster. Wait, remove monster, add, you're now a boss. I also have the mini boss, which is nice. I forgot to erase that basically. Let's do that now. Mini boss clear. I'm gonna remove that now, so I don't forget. Right. You're now a boss with 1 HP. I think this is gonna work. I can't think of a reason why it shouldn't. But then again, I could be wrong. Shop and the simple inventory do not exist. What? They're there. They work out. Whatever. Where are you? What did they do to my character? Hello? What did they do to my character? Everything is broken. Hello? I'm gonna go back to stage select. When did this happen? shop does not exist. It's there. Did maybe Story Worlds get an update and break everything for me? Or what? Component shop does not exist. Component simple inventory initialize does not exist. Simple, not this one. Shop, not this one. Simple inventory initialized event exists. I have no idea. Okay, I am back. I figured there was absolutely nothing with my code. It was just the Nexon servers, probably, because I closed it and opened it again and it worked. It didn't do anything. So yeah, that happened. In the meanwhile, what I realized was that you can't actually rename the monster component because so many stuff depend on this component being called monster that it will be a pain in the ass to do that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna reapply the monster here. Here a monster again. Oop. Okay. With 1 HP at that. And we can make a new component, but we already have this one, for example, right? Just gonna rename this. Actually, no, not gonna rename that. I'm gonna open it though. Okay. Gonna make a new component in my monster folder. Create component and call it states clear on monster. That. Okay, states clear on monster death. And what this is gonna do is will this work? Like self-dead event? On if self triggers the dead event, do states do this, right? And what this does is what we made here. States clear portal is that. Enable it, true. And let's attach this to the monster. States clear our monster death. And let's also delete this boss thing. I don't want to see it. Works. Okay. Let's also play, make it fancy a bit, right? I have something I made for KPQ that I like. That does all of this. States clear, right? And I also have a PQ clear thing. That also sets that the state is cleared to true. So. I have this invisible center sprite. Let me show it to you. I think it's here. Invisible center sprite. And when it becomes, does it become? Oh well. It's just there so I know where the center is basically. And I can render a sprite there, which is the center, because I placed it on the center, which is gonna be this image, which is the RUID of the clear animation. And I have it to play slowly. Let's have it to play at the normal rate. I mean, this works nice, so why not? I don't see why not. And then it enables it, right? Plays the sound, opens the portal. We already did this to open the portal. What did I erase? And it sets the self PQ cleared as true. We're gonna call it stage cleared as true. And let's name it a boolean. Stage cleared is false. Now this is important because we also need to save your progress somehow. So we're gonna come back to this. And then it disables the UI after a bit, right? It clears the animation and disables the UI after 2.2 seconds. Now, this works. We're gonna test it out anyways. Yeah. Oops. Right. We can do better. We can definitely do better. There is there was something nice like for an audio. Let's check the audio clips really quickly. Yeah, there's only a few, so let's go through them. Okay, I'm between this and because we want an action game. Let's do this for now. um, States clear, it goes through. Where's the sound? Here it is. And there's also another animation for clear in the text editor over here. But oh my god, this is giving Metal Slug vibes. Let me check really quick. Yeah, this is what I mean. Right. Um, Stage clear on monster death, and gonna set this animation and play it snappily. And the portal, I would like it to. I'd like to tweak it, honestly. But what I can do. Wait, it's gonna be cool. On that entity, right? We can play an effect. Effect service, play effect. Doesn't matter if it's attached. It really doesn't matter. Play effect on instigator. It's here. So it will be play an effect. Oh, this is nice. You can put it like behind to clear or whatever. Skill. No. What will be a nice skill? Is there? Yeah, something like this. Hello. No way. I like this. Is this? Later. Um, this is also nice. Oof. Let's see this. This is. I think I like this more. Like kind of like a rift opening or something. Um, so it's gonna be this effect playing on this entity. On vector 3, 0. And it wants another 0 rotation. Is that 0? Can I just do that? And vector 3, 1 for scale. Is loop false? I only play it once. And then for options, we don't want any options right now. We can change the color and play speed and other stuff with the options. This will be good. What's this? UI center sprite UI renderer component. Could not find this. Why? On this. Maybe it's nothing. Gonna see in a bit. That was a bit sudden. I didn't get to see a lot. you had the problem over here. That's sprite on this entity, right? Sprite GUI renderer component. It's here. It's here. I can see it. It's here. Could not index this. Clear monster death. Had a problem here. Indexing the UI center. Entity service get entity by path is this one on UI default group invisible center sprite, and it's disabled, and the sprite GUI renderer component is here, and for some reason you can't index it. Hello. Just gonna say that what if I enable it first? You know. How? Renderer component. I don't care that you can't index it, it works. Works just fine. Sprite GUI renderer component. Sprite GUI renderer component. Sprite GUI renderer component. It autofilled, so it knows it's there. I swear, maybe Story Worlds is crying for absolutely no reason at this point. This worked, I'm gonna start looking at it. I don't care about that. So, all of this worked. All of this worked. I didn't like this, so maybe I should go back and change this. Clear. I'll tweak it later. Um, and the portal I want to open later. It needs to get enabled first. I had the twin somewhere where you twin the opacity of something. I don't remember where. Twin. There are 69 twins somewhere. Monster attack. UI pop-up. I think it's way too late. Oh, I found it. It's on the player loading screen component over here. And all of this is a twin. That's why I was looking for it, because it's hard doing a twin. So this is the twin logic. Set the timer and then remove the component. Okay, don't need that. Twin alpha. Let's just move it over here really quickly and figure it out later. Put it here. So the sprite renderer, that's not what we want to, that's not what I want to twin. I want the portal to slowly appear, right? So what I want to slowly appear is this, the stage clear portal. So I don't need this. So, and then everywhere I see this renderer, I should replace with this. And it's alpha, right? So sprite, renderer component, alpha, no, color. What were the colors? Wait, color A, B, G, R. One of them is opacity. A, B, G, R. It's either R or A, I think. I'll try. Yeah, it's RGB. There it is. Red, green, blue, alpha. A for alpha. And we're gonna go from 0. It's gonna start from 0. All the way to 1. Here. Over the duration of 1 second. For some reason, I think this is gonna work. What I don't like is this part. Because I think I should first set the color to nothing, to alpha 0, right? Then enable it, and then play the effect. After. If it plays the effect that early... Oh, no, it's gonna be fine. Let's test. Not a loop. Don't test. Sorry. Spin play. Okay. See, it appears slowly. It's nice. But I have a problem. I didn't see the effect playing. um, Stage clear monster death. This effect didn't play. And it appeared over 1 second, right? And the is out. Is in, is out. I think is out is the one we want. Either one. Quad is in. Good enough. False, then sprite twin. States clear. This did not work. Effect service, play effect. Let's say attached. Maybe that. I'm also gonna go and take a look at the teleport thing. Just so I can... Where is the effect? Here. Play effect attached. I want this effect on the stage clear portal. And here I used vector that's 0, but it might not work actually. I remember I had problems in the past. Maybe this is the problem. And the rest looks the same. Oh wait, I think the effect played, right? Let's do it again. I wasn't even looking. I think the effect played. I know that the first start doesn't work, but yeah, it played. It played right there. We're gonna move it up because it played down there. We're gonna move the effect up. We're gonna make it play slowerly. Where was it? It was here. Twin effect. So, wait. Animation clip, parent entity, local position, X, Y. So let's move it up by 2. The size, let's make it into, instead of 1, let's triple its size actually. 3.3. So it's gonna play 2 higher at triple its size. And position scale is loop false. I also want the sound. Play, portal, open, sound like explosion or something. Let's find, actually, I think we find this skill. Will this work? It won't. We find this skill, we click it. It doesn't have the golden tag, no. 77, will this work? Let me say this. 77, 9815. Let's test that in the sounds. Hello, audio. No. It also said teleport. No, but I want the specific one. Play effect attached. Let's go back to the... Maybe we go to the sprite. Layer atom, second atom. No. Teleport. Animation clip. I think this is the best we have. Like the teleport thing. And we just go to audio and we listen to all of this. No. Is that all? Are they all the same? If I hear that one more time, I'm gonna throw this out of the window. What? What is going on? Okay. Not bad. Yeah, that's cool. When does this play? At 2 seconds. Copy this. 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 Start the sound. Oh, I forgot the underscore. Start the sound. And after 2 seconds, play the effect. Skill. Energy. Hmm. No, let's not stack effects right now. It waits 2 seconds and then plays the actual effect and starts. Yeah? Let's wait 1.5 seconds. Yeah, let's see how it looks. I guess it doesn't. It doesn't look. What happened? The sound service. I'll just move this down here. I'm gonna remove the weight for a bit. I don't see any problem anywhere. The sound didn't play, the effect didn't play, nothing played while they were playing earlier. Can I just undo a whole bunch until I get back to where stuff were working? Here. I think here is where the effect works. Should play around here. The effect plays, right? All we're gonna do is also play a sound. And sound, teleport. Have to listen to this again. No, I don't. Thank you. Just play a sound as well now. A portal sound. Oh, is it something that's happening? No, I haven't set an execution space yet. I've yet to set an execution space. Okay. And now all I want to do is, instead of this playing here, I want it to play here. We're going bit by bit because last time we broke something. I broke something. It works. So now do the same. Just wait for 1.5 seconds. Or like 1 second. And this played a bit higher. Let's find another effect. This one is giving me problems. Um, mean, let's try this. Wait, 0.5 seconds. And this twin will last for 0.5 seconds as well. the effect came a million years later. Why? Why did this start, but this waited? I'm not gonna do any of this right now. I'm gonna skip this. Let's do something else with our time. I would like a sound though. I'm already playing the clear, which is not even the good clear sound. Whatever. And is there a portal audio clip? Okay, let's not play an effect now. Maybe at some point I'm gonna go ahead and enable the effect and find something nice. And let's move on from here. It's nice. So yeah, with the thing with the instancing and whatever. So where are we going now? We are going. I don't know if I want to do anything with this clear. What we need to do is, because the stage is cleared, to open. We just opened this portal, right? We also need to open the stage 2 portal. And we just for you though. This is gonna be an issue. Let's do this for now, and we're gonna check later if it's gonna be an issue, because there's gonna be a lot of people in the hub. It only needs to be unlocked for our player. What I want to do is, this stage cleared. We cleared stage 1. And we can't add the number every time we clear a stage, because you will be able to play the stage again, and clearing the stage again shouldn't unlock more portals. It should just unlock stage 2. So clearing this stage specifically opens stage 2 portal. And so this, we're gonna have a string that's gonna be states to unlock, right? Which states do we want to unlock? We just played 1-1, so now we want to unlock basically the 1-2 states. How are we gonna do that? We're gonna have this as a parameter, just so on this monster, we can also add states to unlock and specify which states to unlock. Okay, so we're just gonna, on this monster, gonna be like, oh, this monster unlocks stage, killing this boss unlocks stage 2, killing this boss unlocks stage 3. This is one way to do it. Another way would be to clear it to unlock it on using the portal, because that's when you go out of the stage. But I think you cleared the game, you just need to walk into the portal to go back to stage. If you're gonna force exit the game and it's already saved when killing the boss and not when you walk into the portal, and you save a couple of seconds of speedrunning the game, that's on you, right? You can have that. I don't even think it's gonna be faster. So even if you kill the boss and you crash, you're still clearing the stage. So this is gonna unlock stage 2, 1, 2. And what we can do is on begin play on each portal, check if that portal should be open. Stage 2 unlock, right? We need a structure and a dataset, basically. Let me get paint over here. Okay, so we have our player over here, and we have the huge snail, right? And we kill it. When we kill the snail, we can do something. What we can do is set something as true, like snail is killed, or stage clear, snail is killed. Because this happened, we can enter some data into a dataset. And what I basically want to do is to have like a spreadsheet. Imagine like a big spreadsheet, and it's gonna be like 1, 1, like stage number, right? And it's gonna be 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. These are gonna be all the stages, and next is gonna be cleared. And when you clear one, it's gonna be yes, it's cleared, and the rest is gonna be like not cleared. When this is cleared, right, on the portal, let's say we are like back on the hub, and this is the stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4. So we cleared this, and what this happened by killing the boss is this box just got ticked. This box just got ticked, the 1, 1, and by ticking 1, 1, it opens. Okay, so we should name it is open, basically. Is open. Okay, so clearing this makes this is open. And every portal should have a check if its number is if it should be open. So on begin play, right? Check from here, from this dataset, if you should be open. If your value that corresponds to your stage number, which can be defined as a component on this function on the portal itself, if it should be open. And we take all of this and save it on the server. And that is how we're gonna save the progress. Okay, back to making the thing. So, stage to unlock 1, 2. We go back to Maple Island Hub. Or either you are. And we have this portal. Where is it? Portal. Which one is it? do we not have a portal there? Or am I tripping? There it is. This is to 1, 2 portal. It takes you to 1, 2. This portal is disabled, right? So we need to add the component that does all of these things. It checks if it should be enabled or not. So let's create a new component. Create component. Is portal should portal open. And on begin play, I want you to be, let's say that self entity, oh, I forgot, self entity enable equals false. At the start, it's false. I want you to check on the table if on the unnamed table on the stage is cleared table, open stages, but let's name it open stages table, right? If on the open stages table on the cell on the row that corresponds to stage 1, 2, and this we're gonna add basically here. String to states. Instead of just 2 states, instead of getting it from there, what we can also do, we already have this set for something else, so we don't have to set it twice. In Portal Manager, we have the instance map name, right? So from self portal, does it not have the Portal Manager yet? It doesn't. So this sends you to stage 1, 2, right? So from self portal manager, self entity portal manager, we want the parameter that is the instance map name. And let's call it local instance stage number, right? The stage number is basically this, or state ID, right? Because it's not a number. So the stage ID is this, which we already set. And this stage is, this portal is disabled. And then just on begin play, right? As soon as you, I don't remember if it's on begin play or initialized. I'll check it. Just on begin play, if the open stage is stable, let's go ahead and create a dataset. Open stages table, and this table has two columns, one called stage ID and one called is open, right? And is open can be either true or it can be false. Right, stage ID, we have stage ID 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. I'm pretty sure there, we don't have 1, 5. So 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. There is probably a way to do this automatically. I'm not that good. And all of these are closed by default, right? They're not open. 2, 4 is not open. Okay, is open is false. Okay. So if the open tables table on the row that corresponds to on the column, so get cell, column stage ID and row that corresponds with the local column and row local states stage ID. Right? In same row, there is check column is open. If true, then function, right? So what we're gonna do is go over here to Cloud because I'm too lazy to look at my code. I have it somewhere. I'm just too lazy. Help me. What was it? It's like in Lua. Help me with the grammar of this, right? Too lazy to look up the grammar. He knows the grammar. Don't judge me, thank you. Stage ID is this. Entity enable is false. If open stage is table, if the check table exists, check if stage is open, then is it that simple? Why do I not believe you? Why do I not believe you? Yeah, I don't believe you. You're wrong. Where was it? I'm using tables in the simple inventory script. Or not. I'm not using a table here exactly. Data table. Let's go to the light inventory script. It's easier to understand. Data service, user data service, errors, yeah. Self t variable table. So self table, what? Light inventory doesn't have. Send modified event, remove item. Okay. Not light inventory. Yeah, this is how simple how tables should work. So we're gonna go back here and we're like, no, this is how tables should work. And just give it to him, right? Now this looks like a table. Okay, this looks like an approach. No, it doesn't work. Let's figure this out, and I'll be right back. Hello everyone, I am back, and it's actually the next day. But I wanted to finish what we started. I did work on it. It took me like 4 hours yesterday plus 2 hours today, and I got the portal data to save, load, execute correctly. I'm gonna show it to you, and then I'm also gonna try to explain as best as I can how it works. So I'm gonna hit play just to show the thing, and then I'm gonna go ahead and explain the code. So because my character has actually cleared the stage, the stage 2 is open right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a virtual player from clicking up here. And now we just need to wait a little bit for it to launch. There you go. I've also brought Night Lord over here just to help me get the class. Oh, is this? I also cleared it on this virtual player. I'm gonna bring another virtual player that hasn't cleared another virtual player that hasn't cleared this stage yet, because even this virtual player has a saved data apparently. So let's bring one more. Hello, just noticed the little guy in there. Was he always there? I just noticed him. Okay, so Night Lord, please make me thief. And you can see stage 2 doesn't exist. Ignore the flying star for now, I was testing something. Stage 2 is not open right now. But as soon as I go into my states, and I can kill the monster. Now the stage is unlocked. Whee! So stage 2 is unlocked. We can go and play that right now. Yeah, I don't have a map yet in there, so it's not really gonna get me anywhere. Nice. So let's go ahead and close this out and go explain the code. Oh, not this one. This one too, and stop playing. Okay. I'm gonna try to explain the code as best as I can. Now, if you remember, it's not this one, it's, if you remember this is what we did, right? We killed the enemy, the snail died, so this changes a value in our table to make it true. We have a table over here called open stage table, and it has two columns, the stage ID and if it should be open. Now stage 1.1 is true, stage 1.2 is false, 1.3 is false, so everything is false basically. And I probably don't even need this table, but I have it anyways. And I also have a server player script that I was using for my jobs anyways. And I have a data loader script that I was using anyways. And in the portal manager, I added some things. And of course, in the, what was it? In the monster, was it in monster? States, on the snail, I added states clear or monster death. Okay, so let's go step by step. States clear or monster death is attached on the monster you want to open a portal when it dies. So I have handle dead event, right? Self. So when the monster dies, I want you to do two things. I want you to run the states clear function from this script, and also the unlock states function from the script. And I also get the player. Now the reason I get it here is because local player is only available on the client. So I get it here, which is done on the client, and then I send it with the script as a parameter to run on the server. So states clear, play some sounds and stuff, right? Whatever we wanted, and what we care about is the unlock states. Unlock states basically says that on the stage ID is the state to unlock, the one we tell the monster to, right? And on the server player script, go and run the unlock stage. And also have a log here just to test, make sure it works. So on the monster, when you click on the monster on the bottom right in its properties, you can change this stage to unlock to which stage you want to unlock whenever this script, whenever you kill the monster. So now we need to go to unlock stage, see what that does. On our server player, we have tons of stuff that's going on. We have a get stages data, an unlock stage script, and a save stage data, and something that happens on begin play. On begin play is pretty straightforward because what it does is it loads the stage data whenever the game starts, or basically every time. On begin play, I think it runs on the start of the game, but it might run at the start of every map. I'm not sure. But it runs. So that's that. So it does all that. I'll give you a second, maybe you want to take a look at it. But it basically just updates the same way I had the jobs, right? In a table and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna explain in specifics this one. I'm gonna go to save states data. It gets the user ID, gets the user data storage, which we can use data storage service to get the user data storage of the user ID. This retrieves data. And we can also create a table with the data that we want. And the data that we want is basically, this is the name of the table we're creating online, basically. And it has some values. It has this stage is the value and when it was saved, basically. Yeah, and this is the actual command that saves the data. And whenever we want to unlock a stage, remember, this is what we run. Right? What it does is it goes through the table row by row and it checks if it should be enabled or not, basically. Like if the column, if on the row that you're checking, like it checks every row, if on the row on you're checking, when you find the stage ID, which is on the column 1, that's why it says 1 here, when you find the stage ID, then go ahead and set that to true. Right? So it goes to the table and it goes like, this one is not the correct ID, this one is not the correct ID, this one is the correct ID. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead to column 2 and set this to true. And it is a string. It's not a Boolean, it's actually a string. So be careful with that. I had some problems with that. And that's basically it. So now we know it's true, right? Now we know it's true. And then go ahead and save this data because we just made a change. Return, that's all. What we did with the portal, portal manager, is on begin play, and this will run again, I think every time you go into a map or the first time it's loaded, not sure yet. I think it's every time you enter a map, basically. When you enter, it happens when you enter the map that the portal exists. Preload some assets, yeah, and check the portal. So for this player, like for the player that is the local player, check the portal, and again, this is the local player, this happens on the client, and then sends the player with who is the player to the server. So that's why this one is execution space client only, and this one is execution space on the server. I want you to check the portal of stage ID, which it copies, it gets the stage ID from the stage ID we've actually set on the portal. So whenever we created the portal, we also set the stage ID, so it's the same, we don't have to set it again. And gets the stages data that we saved earlier. And by default, the portal should be closed. And if in the stages that data you find like in the column stage ID, if you find true, then enable the entity. And that's it. Because it's already false, we don't need anything else or anything. I did add another clause here that if the stage ID is 1-1, so the first stage, keep that enabled, don't close that. And that is basically it. That's the whole script. Oh, I do have data load manager. Yeah, I forgot to show this one. Data load manager basically on initialize loads data. And the reason we need this one is I have a common entity in the world. So when you create entities, usually you make them in the map. Here, this is just a common entity. Like every map will have this because it's not in a map, it's in the world, and all it has is the data load manager attached to it. So we can refer to it from anywhere, everything, at any time, it's always there. And because it's always there, it's great for data. So from the self data loader, right? this is the script to load data, and it works for everything basically. Right? I want to load this table. Maybe I want to load another table or whatever. This works with whichever table. As long as we have this as a parameter table, data table underscore and the name of the table you're using. So in my case, it's open stage table, right? Data table underscore open stage table, which is this one. That's it. It was a hard script to do. I hate data storage with all my heart, with a passion. I hope I don't have to do it again, but I know I will have to do it for stats. I already have the inventory system, mostly. It's pretty bad, but it's there, it's working. Another thing I did was on the Lucky 7 projectile. I had the projectile that you throw the star, right? On the projectile, it wouldn't work. The first star wouldn't work, while all the others would work. And the reason was that why would the first one work? It's not loaded on the server yet. So by firing it once, it loaded on the server and then you could use it. So on begin play, I've set it to asynchronously load the assets of the explode sprite and the sound, and this fixed it, right? The assets weren't loaded in the start, so now it works on the first star, and just kind of showing just to make the point. But that's gonna be it basically for this session. Might keep working on it later tonight, but that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope you maybe learned something new, or maybe you maybe I didn't sound too much and I let you sleep. Some people like to sleep with watch. Works on the first try, clears, and you get to proceed on to the next stage whenever you kill the boss. I think this is amazing. We have stage progression. It's great. You can go to stage 2. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.